What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be fixing up an enclosure for Hingeback Tortoise that I got, and I'm just basically gonna be setting them up. I got this tarp, I got 3 plants, 2 bags of mulch, and some dirt, and some locks for the enclosure that I'm gonna do. Well, I already have the enclosure. I just need to set it up for them, and I also need to go get a water bowl that I have inside, put it in there, and I'll talk to you guys about the species and kind of what I plan to do with it in the future. Alright, so here I have the tortoise, and I have some mulch up here for 3 other tortoises that I have. I have them in that tortoise house right now, and I'm gonna put them in here. I didn't have them in here now because I need to go buy some of these, and let me show you what they're doing right now. There's 2 Russian tortoises and a sulcata tortoise, and this is where they've been. The owner said that they're 5 years old and that he's been keeping them in here for 5 years, the 3 of them together. So I don't know, this supposedly is a 5-year-old sulcata, and that's pretty much what he said. It looks like it's in good conditions. It doesn't look sick or anything. The shell is pretty good, but it should definitely be a lot bigger for 5 years old. So I guess it just got stunted from being inside of one of these. It's too small with so many tortoises. And here's the homes. This guy hasn't moved yet. I put him in here earlier while I went to buy all the materials, and this one did have kind of a lock. He wasn't able to get out if he wanted to, but he hasn't moved. These guys are a really shy species. They do not like to. They're not friendly at all. Not that it's not like they're not friendly. They're just shy. They hide pretty much from everyone, and obviously, with enough time, he'll probably get used to me. The last owner said that he was already taming it up, and obviously the change of location and environment and everything kind of made him a little bit nervous. So he's probably going to be like this for a couple days until he starts getting used to me. And if he really was that as tamed as the owner said, he should definitely get used to me in a couple weeks probably. So these are a really cool species. These guys are pretty rare. Like, I haven't heard of them much. I've seen some people that have them, and usually I haven't found any care guides for them or anything. I only found one, and this one's a male. And these guys are pretty cool. Let me see if I can show you his face a little bit. You can see he has like a highlighter color face, and I would love to breed these guys, but like I said, they're kind of hard to find, and I haven't been able to find any females. I was looking into the species before I got the Herman's tortoises, because there was a pet store selling them, but I never got to buying them. And now they're actually, because these guys usually they get caught for like the food trade in like different countries and all that, and you'll usually see them as adults with like holes here, because they, when they're in the food markets, they'll just drill a hole into this and like hang them up so that people could buy them to eat. And you'll usually find them like that when they sell them at pet stores and stuff, because most of them are wild caught. And that's pretty much it. And now, since it's illegal to bring these guys in, it's probably gonna be a lot harder to find any other ones. So I probably won't be breeding any of these, but I think it's just a really cool species to have just as a pet, to keep it in here, and it'll do well in here. This area doesn't get that much sun. It'll get sun in the mornings inside, but I got the 3 plants that I'm gonna put along here so that he could hide. He has to hide there. I'll put some of the plants here so that he could hide there. But yeah, let me start doing this. I'm gonna put the tarp in the bottom for the dirt not to mess up the wood, and so that it'll hold more moisture. I put the tarp in here already, and this was not that easy to do. It's a little bit bigger, but that's fine because I'm just folding it here in the middle, and then the dirt would make it go down more with the weight. And this is a male, and there's no females in here, so it doesn't need to be too deep. I'm probably just gonna bring the dirt up to like maybe a little bit less than half an inch off of this, so that he'll have enough to like burrow down if he wants to a little bit, but he doesn't need that much, so that's fine like that. Doesn't have to be too deep. I just have him in here for now since I'm setting this up. Alright, so I put in a lot of dirt already. Still not done. I need to tuck in that corner over there a little bit, and this one over here too. Need to put some more plants, and I need to get some more dirt back there, but so far it's looking good. And then I need to pile up the mulch. Alright, so I already put one of the plants there, and it's already covering a lot, so I don't think I'm gonna put the other 2. Probably won't be putting it in this enclosure either, So I'll probably just put it back inside where my Herman's tortoises are. And I already put most of the dirt. I'm gonna put the mulch now. Hopefully there's enough, because I did not have enough dirt. I had 2 bags and I used up 4. Luckily I had some more over there, so I didn't have to go buy any more. So um, I have this hide here, which is a really big hide. He'll go in there, and it's already starting to get late. None of the pet shops that I usually go to are open. It's like 7 right now. They usually close around 6. So I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. Throw in the mulch, and I'm gonna go buy him maybe 1 or 2 more hides tomorrow. And the same thing for these tortoises that I'm putting in here. For now, I was thinking for the hingeback, I will be using one of these. And I think this looks kind of cool. It's pretty natural. So I might just throw one in here and see if he uses it. I'll keep it in. If he doesn't, then I'll go buy him some more. There we go. He could go in through here. You can see hide in there. So that's actually a lot nicer than I expected. And now I'm going to put the mulch, see how that looks. And we have Luna there. She's going crazy, just running around. And the other sulcatas, they're walking around, but I don't know where they are right now. And you can see, very shy species, still in his shell. He's been here for a couple, maybe like 15 minutes while I've been setting this up. Hasn't moved an inch, but that's fine. He'll be used to this enclosure soon. There we go. Finished most of the closure. I left the water bowl inside, so I need to go get that. But I like how it's looking so far. He has a big hide he could go under. These guys are light sensitive, so they prefer being in darker spots, and they don't really bask as much as other species. And I'm gonna put him in right now. Hopefully he'll get used to this enclosure and we get to record him a lot. This is a really cool, unique species, and yeah, I really like to work with these guys. Hopefully breed them in the future, but I'm not too sure about that. I definitely need to get more insight on these guys. I've only found one actual care guide online, and I'm kind of going by that because I couldn't find any other ones. I found YouTube videos on them, but they're not really care guides. They'll just look at the tortoise for 3 minutes and then end the video. So I'm gonna keep looking probably tonight, see if I find anything else. And yeah, I'll have to get comfortable with these species. If you guys want to see a care guide, it will be a while, because I like getting comfortable with the species before I actually make care guides. Sulcatas I've been raising my whole life, and I'm pretty certain I could take a good care of them, since I've had Tank for so long and he's in such good health. But like I said, the species is new to me, new to most people. A lot of you guys probably haven't seen him before, and I'm going to be talking to a couple of my friends that like to breed tortoises, see if they know anything about the species, and yeah, learn as much as I can about these guys. So we'll see. I'm going to leave this guy alone. Hopefully he'll get used to his environment, and we'll see how he's doing tomorrow morning. Here, so that he can't escape. This pushes out a little bit, but he won't be able to fit through there, so it's all good. I'm not sure if I need this anymore. Let me see how it does without it. This is fine, so I could take this off now. So set up already the Hingeback Tortoise, and look what I did here for the door. Since there was a little hole, these guys could have escaped like this. I don't know if I showed it already, but if I had closed it, they would have had a big gap. They could have gotten out. So I put this piece of wood so that it'd be flat and it wouldn't be able to open. So let me see as an example here. I'll just show you after when I put these guys in. I've been going crazy trying to escape here. And the air enclosures are not done, neither them nor the hingeback. So I need to finish this tomorrow, because it got pretty late. I spent like 3 hours driving to go get these guys, plus a little bit longer when I was actually there. So it took me altogether, I started at 1 and I finished at 6. And I started making their enclosures like at 7. So this guy, and I'm missing the other Russian. And I think I have a male and a female Russian. This looks like the male. You can see he has a really long tail. I don't really know much about these guys either. I used to watch some of the videos on them, but I've forgotten most of it. I could provide obviously the basic care, but I mean breeding, I don't know. I don't think these guys would breed well here in Florida, but they are good pets, so we'll see. And that's the female there. She has an overgrown beak, so we're gonna have to work on that. And the sulcata, been there with the. I wouldn't keep these two together, but they've been together their whole life, and they are. And yeah, sorry, I got a phone call. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep them together for a little bit longer until these guys are more accustomed to their enclosure, and for the night especially because I'm not done setting anything up. The sulcata, you can see him back there. I don't know if I'm gonna end up keeping this guy or not, because my friend was interested in him. Might just give it to him because I already have plenty of sulcatas. I have 6, and I don't think that I'm gonna be like those other people that breed sulcatas that they have 20 or 30 of them. I'm good with just 6. They produce a lot, and I'm happy with that. I rather have more different types of species, more exotic species than a lot of the same species. So especially sulcatas, since they're so big, they're cool species to have as a pet. Maybe a couple of them, but I wouldn't have that many of them either. So he's over there exploring, and I'm just gonna leave these guys for tonight. I'm gonna check up on them tomorrow and see how they're doing. Alright, so there we go. We have one of the Russians eating some romaine lettuce, feeding them a little bit of this just to fill them up for today. And I'll probably feed them some hibiscus later on. And yeah, I just wanted to feed them something. It's really early in the morning and I'm pretty tired, so I just give them a little bit just to entertain them for now. The rest are sleeping back there. The sulcata's on the left and then the Russians on the right. So they should be waking up soon. And this guy, let me open this up. Alright, so I put some lettuce in here too, and there he is, finally sticking his head out. He's inside his little hide, and yeah, he's, like I said, he's already a little bit less scared than yesterday, and a couple more days I'm sure he'll be walking up to me and everything, but we'll have to see. This species is a shy species, and they don't really like the sun that much, so I don't know if he'll be like walking this close to me during the day, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna leave that lettuce there and he'll come and eat it, hopefully. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on these guys. So there's the hingeback. See if you can see him a little bit better. And this guy's been walking around from hide to hide, but he hasn't really came out here. I gave him this yesterday, he didn't want to eat it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He hasn't really done anything since. We're gonna see. These guys have been eating a lot. You can see they ate some cactus. Yesterday I threw them the same, probably a little bit more than this guy, and they ate all of that. And they're all back there walking around. They're not walking around, they're hiding under the hide there. So I'm gonna go. Wait, today is Monday, so the pet shop that I go to is closed today too, and I'm gonna go to another pet shop that's a little bit farther away to see if I'm able to find some bigger hides for them. Although last time I went to that pet shop I didn't find any big hides, and I have their water bowl inside. I was cleaning it out, and for these guys too. So I'm gonna go bring the water bowls back and put it back inside their enclosure. Right, so I took him out of his shell, and you can, or not his shell, his hide, and you can see he's not as afraid as he was the first day that I brought him in. Put his water bowl over there, still isn't filled up. Buried it a little bit underwater, or under the ground, and I just put it in that corner because the plant was here and that was probably the best pot. But now it's going to be a little bit harder for me to refill, but it's not a problem. But yeah, I just want to see if this guy would start eating. I don't want to be too loud either because I don't want to scare him. We'll see. Look at the colors he has on his face. He looks like a highlighter. He has a highlighter orange. You can't really tell that much by the phone, but his face looks like a highlighter, like the orange colors of a highlighter. And you can see he's already much more active than the first day. First day he was scared from the ride, and I'm gonna go show him to my parents because they haven't seen him. They seen the Russians, but since he was hiding, I guess they missed him. So alright guys, so yesterday I went to the grocery store and I bought half a pumpkin, or a quarter of a pumpkin, and this is for the Russians because they have overgrown beaks. I'm gonna put some pieces in there, maybe give some to my other tortoises too. And this is just hopefully to trim down the beak a little bit and see if they like it, but I don't know. I never fed him pumpkin, and the previous owner didn't tell me that he did. So I'm just gonna open this up and cut it up, and then I'll take it over there. We have all the baby sulcata tortoises eating some romaine lettuce here, and I already cut up the pumpkin, so we're gonna go feed that, see if the tortoises like it. Alright, so we have the Russians and the sulcata in here, and I'm just gonna throw in some of these pieces of pumpkins, probably for them, just 2 here, and need to feed the Hingeback too. I'm gonna take this out now because it's already starting to get bad. And he did eat a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see like the bite marks there. He was chewing on it. He's over there right now. I guess I spooked him because he's inside his shell, but just gonna drop some in there. And pumpkin's also a really good natural dewormer, so this is good for them. It's kind of like an antibiotic so they don't get worms, and it'll trim their beak, so it's very good for them, but you can't feed it too often. This is something you can feed probably like once a month, but you really don't have to feed it to them if you don't want to. And I'm just gonna go around feeding all the tortoises. Some of them aren't even awake yet because it's kind of early, so yeah, we have them over there. They're still not awake either. They're just, I mean, they're awake, but they're not like active yet. So I'm gonna take this out, feed the hermits. The hermits were awake, so let's see. Tara and this hermits. There's another hermits over there. There's already a couple hermits awake. The hermits usually wake up earlier than the sulcatas, and they go to sleep a little bit earlier as well. Alright, there we go. We have one of the hermits and one of the sulcata tortoises eating, and they're fine eating the seeds. They'll actually just poop it out, and since their poop is such a good fertilizer, the plants actually grow sometimes. I'll show you some that are growing out of poop right now. And yeah, I love feeding them pumpkins, and I also like when the plants grow out of the poop because then they could just eat the plants. Kind of like this. I'm growing melons here, and whenever it grows a little bit too much, they'll just eat it, so it's kind of like infinite food. And there's one of the sulcatas eating some pumpkin, and here are the plants that I was talking about. This is their hides. So there's the pumpkin plant. I don't know if you can see it well. That's it right there. The poop is right there, and it'll just grow out of the poop. You can see right there. So I think that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna lock these guys back up, go feed the rest of the pumpkins, and end the video there. Alright, so I'm feeding Tank some of the squash, and I found out what type of Hingeback tortoise it was, and it's a forest Hingeback. So I'm just gonna let him eat it like that by himself. So yeah, it's a forest Hingeback, and I was thinking that it was gonna be a homes Hingeback because that's what was for sale at the pet shop. That's what the pet shop told the guy that bought it. So the guy thought that it was a homes at first, but he asked some experts that breed kinixys, which is the scientific name for that species, and they told him it was a forest. And I'm gonna go believing the experts more than the pet shops, because the pet shops sometimes don't know what they're talking about, and it's not really their fault. They go through a lot of animals, and sometimes the employees are new, so you can't really blame them either. But yeah, I'm just gonna let him finish off. I'm gonna end the video here, so thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave some comments for future videos, something that you want to see, and make sure to turn on post notifications so you guys can see all the videos, because I know YouTube doesn't always show everyone their videos just because they're subscribed. So alright, have a great day.